In this episode, I'm exploring an abandoned convent that was constructed over 150 years ago. The convent served as a mother house for sisters, women who dedicated themselves to charitable and educational works in the community. The first buildings on the campus were constructed in the 1840s, and the property would eventually be home to 2 convents, 2 theaters, a school, daycare, and a chapel. Over time, changes in the community caused the convent's population to swiftly decrease, leading to the eventual demise and neglect of the old Gothic buildings. In 2014, the sisters remaining at the school were relocated to another convent, and the property has been left abandoned in plain sight for over a decade. Since its abandonment, the convent has been relentlessly attacked by thieves and vandals, who have stripped much of the ancient relic to its bones. It won't be long before this beautiful structure is nothing more than bricks and dirt, and I couldn't miss the opportunity to see it for myself. Let's explore. Wow. It's definitely in worse shape than the outside looked like it would be in. Right in the entrance, there's this old record player. This thing's been smashed. It looks like it's about 100 years old. Look at the architecture on these cabinets. This arch is really nice. Let's see what it leads into. Oh, someone smashed the piano. That sucks.
Someone took a knife.
Yeah. It looks like homeless people have been living in here.
Yeah, a good bit.
Hatter squatters. You can see where they modernized this part of the facility. There's drop ceiling all over this, which is covering up the original ceiling. You can kind of see it poking through there. Alright guys, in the last 2 videos that I posted, I forgot the chair of the episode. It's my fault, I'll take responsibility for it. But this is going to be the chair of the episode. This is chair number 26. We filmed 2 places since the last video that will be posted. So this is chair number 26. We're not forgetting about it this time. Let's go. Wow, that's got to be the hallway to the church.
There's so many flies back here. Wow.
Yeah, it really opens up.
Oh my gosh. Back when the proper people explored this place and posted it about a year ago, none of the windows were boarded up, so you could see everything. The stained glass windows were just lit up by light, and it's an extremely light day outside. It's about 90 degrees, sunny as can be, and I have to use night mode on my camera to see anything in here. So that's a little disappointing. However, I hope it's doing a good enough job at actually pulling out the picture here, because these ceilings are incredible. And Lucas climbed up a little bit higher. Lucas, you want to say hi? He's looking at the stained glass window up there. We're gonna get a closer look up there because we can actually see that. But you can kind of see the stained glass windows behind the altar. Those ones were not boarded up. So all of these windows lining the entire church would have all had sunlight just pouring through them. How are you feeling up here?
Pretty holy.
Holy?
So what we're standing on right now is where the organ used to be. You can see the big flutes right here. The sound has to travel through these like tubes, and it would come through these giant, these things right here, these giant flutes that amplify the sound, make it sound really crazy.
Don't mind the gap. It's a pretty terrible fall.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a shame that it's so boarded up because I so don't want to use the night mode. I should still get some good shots, but like I want to see the colors coming through the stained glass windows so bad. That's what makes a chapel or a church look pristine. Can I ask what you're doing? This altar is incredible. This statue of Jesus is beautiful. It's like the only thing in here that hasn't been destroyed, thankfully. That's so sad that someone took this off the wall. Wow. Look at that mold.
Wow.
We don't want to be down here for long. It smells awful. I don't know what is going on down here. But this is a pretty creepy setup to just come down and find.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
look at this, the creepier it gets. This looks like something literally out of a horror movie. This staircase looks a lot more modern, doesn't it? Looks like they redid it. This so far is the best shot of the school. It almost looks like a medical building. This room is really cool. Look at all these windows. I really wish they weren't smashed, but the architecture is so beautiful. All right, before we head on over to the school portion of this campus, we're gonna actually take a quick look at these dormitories. There's these little individual rooms. I know they're really bright, and they're lining the hallway up and down, and we're assuming that the girls that were trained to become nuns all lived in these rooms. And I'm not sure how many students were here, but the school portion of this is huge. So that's what we're gonna go over, and that's what we're gonna hit next. So let's do it. They'd be confined to these little tiny rooms. I bet there were probably bunk beds in here.
Mm-hmm. You think nuns had bunk beds?
I think they did. At least the railing's safe to hold on to. Dang. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Look at the teal coloring. Oh my goodness, this looks just like a hospital. Wonder what happened at 432. Wow, look at this. I don't think I've ever seen this design before in a cabinet. You can see all the drop ceiling. The original ceiling is going to be about 2 feet above that. You can probably see it. They put pipes and tin over it all. There's something about the energy in this building that's just nerve-wracking. Like, look at this floor compared to the last one. It's not even recognizable as the same building. This dresser in the glass is still intact. And the glass in the sink. It's like the first room where everything's not just smashed. I'm not really sure what this was for. These gauges are really cool. Could have been for water or pressure. All right, we're about 2 steps onto the 3rd floor. And it's pink. It's pink in here. Hey, a cot.
Yeah, you tired?
It's like the first actual bed we found in this entire place. Which is kind of surprising considering we've gone through the dorms already. The pink door frame is really getting me.
Do you like it?
I'm not so sure I like it, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna get this color in my house.
Wow. This is an incredible chapel.
Bunch of syringes around here. Looks like somebody was having a good time.
Yeah. There's needles on this chair, too. That's gross. We definitely don't want to touch any of that. No. There's not much behind the chapel, but at least we still have these really nice stained glass windows. It's really a shame that people came through here and actually just busted this crap out.
Yeah, like what? What was the point?
There was no point. Look how nice the granite on the wall is. Almost looks like it's like traced with blood. Look at that.
Oh, it is really nice.
Look, this door is just torn right off the hinges. This was the daycare center.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Look how the lights are just on the ground. At one point they just fell.
Yeah, that must
It's kind of hard to see, but you can see the wire where they just were connected to. That probably was so loud. All right, we're not 100% sure yet, but we're pretty sure there's actually a bigger theater than this one. We just checked a video on this place that the proper people did, believe it or not, and this seems to be the smaller theater. So we're very curious if the other building that we saw, the nicer looking one, if that has the nicer theater in it. All right, so these lights that fell right here, they were controlled by the lighting system right here. This was the dimmers. So this probably controlled each individual light. It's all jacked into place now, but this is really cool to take a look at. All right, guys, we just found probably the strangest room in this entire place so far, which says something. This almost looks like a giant gym, but there's carpeting on the ground. It's not a theater. I'm really confused what this was. It doesn't look like your everyday storage room.
It smells like fire, too.
It does. It smells like something burned here. But what is this? Like, what is that? I don't know who put diapers on there. It's kind of weird, but...
Why would there be carpet down in a gym?
Maybe there's a gym in this building. But this is definitely not a gym. Any other day I would have chose this to be chair of the episode. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, we already chose it. That's really creepy. Still nothing but a bunch of empty rooms, though.
I'm assuming these are classrooms, yeah. These are classrooms.
Every room is a carbon copy of itself. They all have a chair and they all have the air conditioner just broken in a pile. Look how cool this mural is. The decay makes it look even cooler. That's awesome. That is so beautiful. Another gingerbread. 18-month-old room. Yeah, I was gonna say, you can expect to see some younger kid colors. And it smells like urine down here. It's gross.
This is gonna be a little sketchy. You got it.
Look how nice this chalkboard is. It would have been nice if there was actually stuff written on the chalkboard in chalk, but there isn't. Look how old school this pencil sharpener is. Who/what is that?
That's a nun. Dude, look. 2012.
To be canonized? Do you know what it means to be canonized?
Not a clue, but I mean, this place closed relatively recently.
It means that someone is officially a saint.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, bad smell down here.
I know. It goes deeper. Look at this tunnel. It just keeps going into the abyss.
Look at all these color palettes.
Another classroom. Look at the ceiling. Look at the paint chipping off. That's that lead paint. Every room is just a little different from the next. And this building totally looks like it was built in a different era than that last one.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right, this is the main theater. This is what we've been looking for the last little bit. It's a lot smaller than the first one that we found. We thought it was gonna be way bigger. Looks like someone came through and just sawed all of these curtains off. Just cut them with scissors, ripped it to shreds. That's what it looks so nice when it was just strung up completely. This should be an upper view of the theater. This black mold is so nasty. This is the kind of stuff that you won't even know anything's happened until you just get sick. Guys, all the buildings here seem to have been built at completely different times on this complex. This building, if I had to guess, is probably the newest one. It's in the best condition. It still doesn't look amazing, but the level of decay compared to the level of graffiti honestly isn't too bad. No. There's not too much graffiti here. So I think this is probably the most recently built building, and that theater honestly looked decently new too. Yeah. But that's pretty much it. I've never explored a convent like this before, and it was certainly interesting. I kind of was hoping we were going to find some more religious aspects in here, maybe some objects that really resembled, about the nuns that really grew up and trained here. But that's really it. I mean, all we had to show was a couple theaters and some cool architecture. But sometimes that's what you find.
Pretty cool though.
So we're sweating. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go get a burger, and we're gonna go explore again, and we're gonna go film another video. So see you guys soon.
See you soon.